Q. What are main events in the history of India from East India Company to creation of Pakistan? 14. ANS. The journey from the East India Company's dominance to the creation of Pakistan is a tumultuous saga spanning roughly 2 centuries, marked by colonial consolidation, rising nationalism, and ultimately, a painful partition. Rise and consolidation of the East India Company, EC, circa 1757 to 1857. Battle of Plassey. 1757 Robert Clive's victory secured Bengal for the EC, marking a shift from a trading body to a territorial power. Battle of Buxar. 1764 confirmed EC supremacy in Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa, granting them Diwani, revenue collection, rights. Subsidiary alliances and doctrine of lapse through strategic treaties and policies like Lord Wellesley's subsidiary alliance system, forcing Indian states to maintain British troops at their expense, and Lord Dalhousie's doctrine of lapse, annexing states without natural heirs. The EAC expanded its control. Anglo-Maratha Wars, late 18th, early 19th C, and Anglo-Sikh Wars 1845–46, 1848–49. These wars eliminated major Indian rivals, solidifying British dominance. The Great Revolt of 1857, Sepoy Mutiny/First War of Independence. Widespread uprising against EAC rule fueled by grievances over socio-religious interference, economic exploitation, and annexation policies. Though suppressed, it led to the Government of India Act 1858, dissolving the EC and transferring governance directly to the British Crown, the British Raj. The British Raj and rise of Indian nationalism, circa 1858 to 1914. Formation of Indian National Congress, Inc., 1885, initially a moderate body seeking greater Indian participation in governance. Partition of Bengal, 1905. Lord Curzon's division of Bengal on religious lines sparked massive protests, Swadeshi movement, and fueled communal tensions. It was annulled in 1911. Formation of the All India Muslim League, 1906, formed to safeguard Muslim political interests, partly in response to the perceived Hindu dominance in the Inc. and the partition of Bengal. Morley-Minto reforms. Indian Councils Act 1909 introduced separate electorates for Muslims, a significant step that institutionalized communal politics. The Gandhian era and intensified struggle for independence, circa 1915 to 1939. Emergence of Mahatma Gandhi. His return from South Africa in 1915 and leadership transformed the Inc. into a mass movement, using nonviolent civil disobedience, satyagraha. Rowlatt Act and Jallianwala Bagh Massacre, 1919. Repressive measures and the brutal massacre radicalized many Indians. Non-cooperation movement, 1920–22. First major Gandhian mass movement. Simon Commission, 1928. Its all-British composition was boycotted. Purna Swaraj Declaration, 1929. Inc. declared complete independence as its goal. Civil disobedience movement and Salt Satyagraha, 1930–34. Another major mass protest against British rule. Government of India Act 1935 proposed provincial autonomy and a federal structure, but key powers remained with the British. The Muslim League grew increasingly wary of potential Hindu majority rule under this act. Towards partition and independence, circa 1939 to 1947. Lahore Resolution, 1940. The Muslim League, under Muhammad Ali Jinnah, formally demanded separate Muslim states in the northwestern and eastern zones of India, later solidifying into the demand for Pakistan. World War II, 1939 to 1945. India was dragged into the war without consultation, leading to Inc. opposition. The Muslim League strategically supported the war effort, hoping to gain British favor for their demand. Quit India Movement, 1942. Inc. launched a mass civil disobedience movement, leading to the arrest of its entire leadership. Cripps Mission, 1942. and Cabinet Mission Plan. 1946 British attempts to negotiate a transfer of power failed to reconcile the INC's demand for a united India and the Muslim League's demand for Pakistan. The Cabinet Mission's proposal for a three-tiered federal structure was initially accepted, then rejected by both parties over interpretations. Direct Action Day, 1946, called by the Muslim League, it led to horrific communal riots, particularly in Calcutta, hardening positions on both sides and making partition seem inevitable to many. Mountbatten Plan/June 3rd Plan, 1947. Lord Mountbatten, the last viceroy, announced the plan for the partition of India and the creation of two independent dominions, India and Pakistan, on an expedited timeline. Indian Independence Act, July 1947, passed by the British Parliament. It formalized the partition and granted independence. Creation of Pakistan, August 14, 1947, and independence of India, August 15, 1947. The subcontinent was partitioned, leading to one of the largest and most violent mass migrations in human history, accompanied by widespread communal carnage. This period saw India transform from a collection of princely states and EC territories into two separate nation-states, forged through colonial rule, nationalist awakening, and a deeply divisive political struggle.